I remember it as clear as day, the moment that I knew that my life was never going to be the same. How could it be? A woman like Millie comes along only once in a lifetime. Our first meeting is one for the books. Millie Johnson.
Who's there?
Richard Clifton, ma'am. Detective Richard Clifton.
And what, Mr. Clifton, are you doing in my apartment?
Wishing we had met under different circumstances.
I'll have you know my husband will not stand.
Mrs. Johnson, don't entertain the idea that I don't know that your husband is cold and underground. Now take a seat.
My husband is dead? Why wasn't I made...
Spare me the act. Now sit.
I see you've made yourself more than comfortable in my home, drinking my husband's liquor.
What wonderful liquor it is. I wouldn't want it to go to waste. Drink? Let me be frank, Mrs. Johnson. Where were you last night?
I was at my mother's.
Although I find it important for mothers and daughters to get along, you and I both know your mother hasn't been in town all week.
Well, yes, she's been away. She asked me to move to the parks.
I can't picture a woman as fine as you watering plants, unless you were, say, hiding evidence for your heinous crimes in them.
Are you insinuating that I murdered my husband?
Now, isn't that a bit forward of you, Mrs. Johnson?
Not as forward as you being in my home without a search warrant. That would be quite forward of you, wouldn't it?
Excuse me. Hello? Sergeant? Yes, I see. Will do. I'm sorry to cut this little dinner date short. We'll have to reschedule. Mrs. Johnson, try not to kill any more people in my absence. Let's keep it one case at a time.
But of course, Detective. I do hope you solve the actual case.
If only I had known then how close I would get to Millie. Close enough to have been able to save her from her fate. 6 feet under, beside her late husband.